Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Pods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at set 10247, the Ferris wheel. Now we've had this a little while and we've just got it down from our loft because we're obviously trying to get this fairground somewhat finished. And this is another one of the bigger sets that we need to try and get into the fairground before we can really plan out our pathways and things. It looks like a really good set. You can motorise it, which is always great when you're adding these to the fairground. Makes it slightly more realistic. So let's get to it and check out what's in the box. Okay, so here it is finished. It's a full-on beast of a set, isn't it? After the roller coaster, I think it's possibly the roller coaster in the haunted house. It's one of the biggest in this room. It's taller than the roller coaster. I think it's just shorter than the haunted house. It's a really good set. I think it looks really nice. I'm not so keen on the colouring, but I'll get to that. So there was, I think, 25 bags, In the set, they're split into 4 sets of numbers, and the majority of the bags are in the first one for the base down here, and the third one for the wheel. So we managed to split it quite nicely, that Ian made the wheel, I made the base. I would recommend making sure you are fully rested before you build the base, because there's a lot of fiddly bits in there. I made quite a few mistakes in there. Ian did the wheel and frustratingly found that he had to build it twice and he hadn't noticed that. I mean, it was kind of obvious that was going to happen, but it wasn't too bad. Then you build these supports, attach it in together, and then you add the little cars in at the end. So it does go round manually. The controls for that are right at the background there. And I kind of find that a little frustrating if you want to put it in your city against a wall like I've got here, because you can't get to the controls. You want this front part on view. That's got the sort of detail, the entrance ramp, the little control tower, the extra details of the ice cream cellar and bench and things. So that's quite clearly the bit that you're meant to be seeing. And then the controls are off at the back where you can't reach them. So that's frustrating. You can obviously power it. It's meant to be power functions and power with a medium motor. Obviously they've retired power functions. I haven't checked out whether you can do powered up yet because we don't have any powered up. But I have subbed it with a large motor to give it a go. So I figured we'd start out by just seeing it in action. Now it's particularly noisy, so I won't have it on for too long. But you can see it goes round really nicely. Nice sedate speed as well. You wouldn't want it going any faster than this. In fact, maybe it's a little too fast. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like Ferris wheels aren't a thrill ride. They're more a get to view the whole park kind of ride. Right, let's turn that off. My daughter's eyes did light up when I showed her this going round. She thought it was amazing. So I think it's a really great addition to our fairground. So let's look a little bit closer in detail at the set. Okay, so this is going to be on shaky hand cam, I'm afraid, just because I need to get in close. So got a nice bench, little ice cream cellar, lots of scoops of ice cream inside, nice little umbrella. 2 of these nice little tree builds. They're, I think, identical. They're really nice. Good technique. You've got a great little spinner here. I enjoyed playing with this. There you go. To sort of control people going onto the ride. Up the arch they go. I think they go all the way up to the top of the tower, or top of the ramp, to get on. So you can stop the cars slightly better than I have here, so that you can climb in. This guy here is in a little tower with some controls. He was a nightmare to get into that seat. I had to take the top off for that. So you've got all the cars going round, people in them. These doors actually open on the cars to let people in. I think that maybe helps slightly to get them in, but you could probably just put them over the top. So then you come down this side, come down the off ramp and out again. So that's pretty much all the detail. You've got quite a lot of landscaping and flowers and things. And there's the controls at the back. There's the motor attached. And that little yellow handle, that actually lifts the ramp to stop the... Oh, not that bit. Lifts the ramp to stop the Ferris wheel going round. I don't think I can use that. Oh, I probably can use that while the motor's attached. Let's just pop that in. Yeah. Easy to get to. But it essentially makes this ramp stick up like that, so then the cars can't go past and they just stay in place. You don't really need that when you've got it in the motor, because when the motor's not on, it's not going. Okay, before we get to the minifigures, I just thought we would have a quick look at the depth at this. So here's the edge of our table, just here. So you've not got much space in front of it. And if you look, the wheel sort of stops in line with this bit here. So you've got this whole section at the back, which is essentially just for supporting the wheel. There's nothing pretty about it. Nothing houses the motor and some of the sort of turning mechanics, but you've got all this wasted space behind the wheel. So we're considering trying to rework the Ferris wheel so that it doesn't need quite as much support, and the mechanics are sort of the other way round, so we can push this further back and regain some of this front space to get a bit more in. Again, it's in line with the roller coaster here, so it's pretty much the same depth. And really, we'd like to be able to get some more things into our fairground if we can. Okay, let's take a look at the minifigures. Okay, so there are 9 minifigures in this set. So we'll start off with who I'm going to refer to as the old guy. He's got quite a dapper waistcoat on with a pocket watch. I'm going to guess maybe he should have been in control of the ride, but I didn't put him in there. I put him on the bench having a little rest. He looked like he was tired. I'll just check and see if he's got an alternative face. No, no alternative face. Next up we have a lady in a grey jacket with a neck scarf on. Quite like her hair. It's an interesting hairpiece. But not much detail on her. And no alternative face. Next up is the ice cream seller. So she's got what kind of looks like an air hostess outfit on to me. I think it's similar to one that we've seen in another set where they're, I think, an ice cream seller. So it's quite a consistent use of the piece. Nice long hair with a plait there at the back. She's got some glasses on her face. Not so sure about those. I think they look better once you take her hair off. I think it's just the fact that her sort of fringe hides the arms of the glasses and just makes them look like they're floating on her head. Okay, the next lady's bought an ice cream from the ice cream seller. She's got a nice stripy top on with a flowery necklace. She looks like she's well dressed for a day at the fairground. Halter neck at the back. She also has an alternative face, which is a lot less happy. So I don't know if maybe she's scared of heights or something, or maybe someone stole her ice cream. Okay, next up we've got a little girl holding a balloon. I really quite like her top. It's got quite a lot of motion in it. It's quite a sort of flowy kind of top. The children's legs, small ones. Nice long hair. Let's just have a look at the back detail. A nice sort of tie at the back. No alternative face. Another little girl in this set. She's got a really cool torso print. A little dolphin there on her vest top. And I think it goes really nicely with those purple legs. Again, that's a halter neck. And she's got a alternative sad face. Again, probably ice cream related. Or maybe she has the balloon and it blew away. Okay, the final kid in this set, again with the short legs. He's holding a pretzel. There's nowhere to get a pretzel, so I'm going to guess he's got that from somewhere else in the fairground. Just a standard jacket, torso. Nice sort of shaggy hair. And he's got a scared alternate face, so maybe he's the one that's afraid of heights. Okay, so this is the guy that I put in the operation tower. I figured as he had a baseball cap on, he'd be sort of the techie guy. Maybe very stereotypical. He doesn't seem all that fancy a minifigure. No alternative head because obviously his cap doesn't go down far enough. Lastly, you've got this cool looking guy with the sort of shades on and the Hawaiian shirts. He looks like he's definitely on vacation. And no alternative head. He's always cool. So I mentioned before that I wasn't overly happy with the colouring on this set. I think the issue I have is that there's 12 cars on here and there's only 3 different colours and they're very Mardi Gras type colours. and I like rainbows better. So I was looking to see if I could get the same pieces as on the cars, these pieces, in different colours, because it's a standard car build. The instructions even only show you it once and then just tell you to do it in all the different colours. So I thought if we could try and replace those with replace 6 of the cars with 6 in orange, red and blue, then that might look much nicer. Now we had a look and it was fine for these pieces, the doors and things, or the bumpers around the side, but the dishes only come, well, they come in some other colours, but they don't come in red, blue and orange consistently. So we thought we would try these funny dish pieces, like a webbed dish, to see how they worked. So I'm going to swap one of the cars over to orange to see what you think of it. Okay, here it is in orange with the webbed dish, and I don't think it's that bad actually. We have ordered some white dishes, the solid ones, to maybe go underneath the webbing to sort of make it less see-through, to see what that looks like. But I think it looks pretty good. I've got it in blue and red. The red was available in the solid dish, but we figured if we were going to swap out some, we should probably have half and half webbed, and that way we can sort of do it in more of a pattern. Unfortunately, the colours don't really line up for doing rainbow colours in a pattern, because obviously we can't do, if we want to do it webbed, non-webbed, webbed, non-webbed, we can't put red and orange next to each other. But I might just do those a bit more at random. So we're waiting for the dishes to arrive. I'll give that a go and see what I think. But I'm quite happy with that. So I'll swap out some more to blue and red when those bits arrive, and that'll make it a little bit more colourful. So that's the Ferris wheel done and dusted and ready to go into our city. We still have no real clue where it's going. I think I'm going to need to do a big Fairground update at some point soon, once I've got everything in place, because we're still trying to work out the boundaries. This is almost all of the big rides now done. We've just got the carousel left to do, which we're going to be trying to do on a live stream soon. We don't actually have the mixer because I didn't like the look of it, but then I seen it go and it looks really cool, so I'm going to try and pick that one up as well if I can. But yeah, for now we've just got the carousel left to do, and that will give us a bit more of an idea of how we can lay out our fairground. So let me know in the comments below what you think of our alteration to the cars with the webbed piece. I'll also let you know how our alterations to try and make it a smaller footprint go. I obviously don't want the Ferris wheel to break mid-ride, so we need to be careful on that, but I'm pretty sure we can do something to at least save us maybe 3 or 4 studs, if not more. If you want to see more of our fairground reviews and details of our fairground, check out our Lego City Fairground playlist, which I'll link up for you now. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.